3v3 faction war. This is Estia Province and Imperial Guard versus Caeltos. Game 3. Blue team is unchanged for Imperial Guard. We have NoisyElmo as a Lord General. Fights range combat begins with his retinue of stormtroopers to help him out. Lots of great defense and support abilities. Alongside Adila's Inquisitor, offensive commander, lots of great control with some support too. Begins in melee combat but can get ranged weapons. An Ace of Swords rounding him off as a Commissar Lord. Good offense and support. Fights in melee combat begins with an energy shield. Red team. For Caeltos we have Osinski coming in as a Chaos Lord, durable and destructive commander, walks through cover and cannot be suppressed. Very good offense and disruption. Fights in melee combat. We have Nurland as another Chaos Lord, and in the middle it's Caeltos, lead designer of Elite Mod, plays a Plague Champion, starts out range combat with his damage over time bolter, can get melee weapons, decent utility and support, can build turrets and repair but is slow. Pushing mid, Heretics alongside with Chaos Space Marines coming in. Hammer of the Witches in his face though. There we go, he's in heavy cover there, and Heretics moving in. They're going to Doom Blast both of those Imperial Guardsmen. Both now suppressed, and there's the las guns kicking in again. The Heretics are going to wipe, I think, Chaos Space Marines in melee combat with them. Yes, the Heretics do go down. Guardsmen really don't want to fight these guys in melee combat. And now both of these Imperial Guard commanders going after the Plague Champion. They're disrupting him and he's going to be forced off. Here comes the Chaos Lord of Nurland. Sentinel up for Ace of Swords. Gets the ground pound upgrade. Very important, I think, when facing a Chaos Lord as Imperial Guard, since you can stun the big guy. Really nice special attack there from the Inquisitor. 360 knockback, quick animation, much like the Eldar Farseer special. Nurland now chasing down the Commissar Lord, trying to get his shield down. Heretics turn to engage. He is in turn chasing those Chaos Space Marines there to Doom Blast to suppress him. Those guys should turn and shoot now. And there it is. Special attack from the Chaos Lord. Should be able to force off the Commissar Lord here, but the Heretics are forced off first. There's Hammer of the Witches. And doesn't go off. Those Heretics, I think, got out of range. Oh no, it went off on the Chaos Lord, or was that a stomp? I think that was a stomp. 500, 488. Chaos Lord now whacking her with that big ass demon sword he has. Chasing them back into their half of the map. The blue team's natural's been uncapped here. Sentinel getting shots. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage with that multi-laser. There's Kill the Weak. Couldn't quite hit it as he wanted and is forced to retreat eventually. Look how much trouble that Chaos Lord caused there. Lord General reinforcing his retinue in the field, kiting away from Heretics who are forced off. Havocs are up for Osinski, instantly suppressing those guardsmen. We're getting health regen from something. Stabilizers, yes. 2-to-1 cap for Imperial Guard very early on. Lord General has such awesome support war gear. Big area of effect buffs. In this case, health regen. Central rec point is uncapped. Caeltos has some Havocs of his own. In fact, all three Chaos players with some Havocs on the field. Nurlands must be in a garrison somewhere. There they are. Grenade launcher Heretics as well. And some more grenade launcher Heretics for Nurland. So he's got a pretty decent ranged army going on early on. There's the smoke shell on the garrison, completely shutting down those Havocs, and now they're using this metal wall to block line of sight there. Still the 2-to-1 cap. There's a stomp on those retreating Heretics, which does hold them up, as you see there, which a lot of abilities do in retreat, like the Seismic Roar and the War Boss's stomp can let you take a Here comes that Chaos Lord. That combi flame over a couple of bursts there, almost taking a model off these guys already. But there is the Hammer of the Witches. By Osinski. Chaos Lord leading a line, of course. There's his kill the weak, nicely done. And there's the Immolate and a big blob of stuff. Catechins are there, guardsmen are there, but he is forced off by range fire before he can do a lot of damage with it. 500, 442. If he moved these Havocs up a bit further there, that would have been some really nice synergy, would have suppressed that stuff that he was immolating. But they get back behind this heavy cover. Chaos Space Marine is also behind heavy cover. Catechin's going to disrupt them with the all-reliable grenade launcher. And a full retreat from Osinski there. NoisyElmo will take back the west side. And already an autocannon up for Caeltos already has a Blood Crusher on the field. A bunch of Blood Crushers in the mid for Chaos might be pretty nasty. We'll see what Nurland goes for. He's hitting tier 2 now. NoisyElmo the last to go. He's floating a lot of wreck though. I'm guessing he's going to go for a Chimera. Ace of Swords already has one. Support of vehicle for Imperial Guard allows them to reinforce and transport allied infantry. Commissar Lord gets inside it to avoid that havoc. Grenade launchers doing a good job on those guardsmen, disrupting them before they can get inside the safety of the Chimera. Sentinel has decapped this contested power and now is idle. Ace might get the missile launcher for this guy. He's used it very well so far. 2-to-1 cap for the Imperial Guard. Blood Crusher for Caeltos. Coming to the west now. Osinski has a Dreadnought on the way. Nurland with Plague Marines on the field. The safe choice, I think. Out of the gate in tier 2 against Imperial Guard. Down goes that turret. Was scuttled by NoisyElmo before Osinski could destroy it, which is annoying, so you don't get XP or red for it. Blood Crusher hitting power here. Decent single target DPS, almost 100 heavy melee. Pretty damn mobile as well, and can be supported by Worship, of course, but not the toughest thing around. Just 600 hit points of vehicle armor, which can go down incredibly quickly in Dawn of War 2. 1-to-1 cap, look at this. Completely wipes out the power here. Nurland a bit slow to react, brings his Havocs, who do have an autocannon also, giving up their suppression, which I think did well for them in tier 1, so we'll see how that goes. There's that incredibly annoying Basilisk Flare from the Commissar Lord. It's only 75 red, that thing, but look at that from Nurland. An awesome let the galaxy burn. He's going to take this Chimera down. This is a big mistake from Ace. Almost takes down the Guardsman as well. Ace trying to tank all of that damage with sheer reinforcing from the let galaxy burn, and it didn't pay off. Lost the Chimera from the Havocs and those Plague Marines, which are now back at base, and another Blood Crusher from Caeltos. Ace down to double Guardsmen, which are heavily depleted in terms of numbers. The Commissar Lord also going down in that engagement. Does have his Sentinel though, still alive. Level 2 now. NoisyElmo pushing hard on the west. Has some anti-armor stormtroopers in response to this Dreadnought. Heretics get away just about. Have some heavy bolter Havoc still over here for Osinski. There's the crack grenade on the Dreadnought, the melter bomb, sorry, from those stormtroopers before they ran away. And the Inquisitor has her Inferno pistol. See Judgment up on that Dreadnought. If she can get back to it in 20 seconds, she can pop it for a whole bunch of damage. 471, 386. Chaos Lord of Nurland, level 3. Killed so much stuff with this Armor and Inferno, did very well there. Plague Champion, level 4 with the Bile Spewer. Chaos Lord with the same build for Osinski as expected. Such a strong loadout against Imperial Guard in tier 1 and 2. Still level 1 though. Look at this flank from Caeltos with double Blood Crushers. Here is a heavy turret, and that's going to go down very quickly. Let the Galaxy burn also. That was painful for Noisy. The Blood Crushers now going after the Chimera there. Osinski needs to push forward quicker. He's going to lose one Blood Crusher, I think, here, Caeltos. Yeah, Melter Gun of the Catachans takes it down. Can the other one take down the Chimera? This stuff is getting buffed by the Lord General. Blood Crusher's in trouble now, trying to finish his Chimera off. Osinski needs to push up. There's the Demonic Roll, which didn't seem to have an effect. That was a bit odd. Supposed to send infantry away in fear, but didn't seem to do anything there. And Osinski surely going to come and finish off this Chimera. Has a Marco Zinch Dreadnought. Does he not? I don't think he knows it's here. 471, 350. Caeltos has some autocannon Havocs, and now the Chimera has been spotted, but it's already been repaired up like crazy. 468, 350. Ace keeping the pressure up on the east side despite being heavily depleted by that previous engagement. Done very well to push back here. Has Plasma Guardsman fully upgraded with Sergeant and Commissar. Got that Bile Spewer doing its job and taking down these gents again. The second power harass I've seen over here. We know these gens have gone down as well. So pretty even in terms of bashes, but we'll look at this. Anti-armor stormtroopers doing an awesome job on generators. As you can see, take it down in 4 or 5 volleys, I believe. 448, 350. Can they finish off this entire thing? Nope. Noisy Marines get their shot in. Evenly spread, doesn't take a model, but does force them off. And now they can push up. Caeltos with a nice assist. NoisyElmo was alone for most of that. Here is Adila now though. Is that a full retinue from the Lord General? Wow. Level 3. Over 2,200 hit points because of all of these retinue members. Vox Operator in the middle there. Sergeant on the left and the Commissar Lord. Or the Commissar rather. So he has a whole bunch of abilities to use, which makes him incredibly energy intensive. He wants to use them all. 438, 350, not to mention his other war gear abilities also. Catachan is doing really well for NoisyElmo in this game. Took down that Blood Crusher, helped take the other one down as well, disrupting those Havocs, keeping Osinski at bay a couple of times. Osinski though has Blastmaster Noise Marines Havocs supported by a Corn Shrine. You can see that yellow buff circle denoting a damage buff for all of Osinski's units. 10% damage buff will stack with extra shrines, though you're limited to 3. Dreadnought trying to get shots. Oh, there's Frenzy Barrage in fact. Can they take down this Chimera? Blastmaster should be targeting it, I think. Down goes the shrine pretty quickly. Ouch. Blastmaster hitting the Catachans full force and they don't lose a model. That is ridiculous. Had 8 models with about 200 hit points there, I think. 399, 350. Here comes Caeltos to support. Has fully upgraded Chaos Space Marines. Level 3 already, these guys. Marco Zinch, Eternal War, and the Aspiring Champion. 393, 350. Very close, all over the map. Ace of Swords has got himself into tier 3. Nurland not able to push, I think, as much as he would have liked on this side. Now he can maybe hit power here. But he has Plague Marines capping, and they're a decent power bashing unit. Has Marco Zinch CSM though. Look at the damage they're pouring onto that Sentinel. Chaos Lord decapping the wreck point. Havoc's covering it all. 376, 350. Chaos still have the west side. Blue team just biding their time here. Ace of Swords with the Lehman Russ on the way. Ogrin's on the way for NoisyElmo. 369, 350. The Galaxy Burn is dodged pretty well. Stormtroopers infiltrated. Chaos Lord moving in, tying up this Guardsman squad. And that is a heavy turret drop by NoisyElmo. Will do a lot of damage to that Dreadnought. If it can hit it, seems to be hitting those tank traps there. 357, 350. Ace of Swords just lost his Sentinel and his Guardsman forced off, and Nurland is pushing quite hard here. Needs to bash this power though. Needs to take it down here. 347, 350. Here's a Leman Russ. This might stop him from doing so. Boom. Takes out a Heretic. Still needs to keep the pressure on his power, I think. Plague Marines are going after the Leman Russ now, though. Bang, there's one hit. Snaring that vehicle, doing some damage. Don't put out a huge amount of DPS, Plague Marines. They bring you so much more also. 333, 350. There's that damned Basilisk Flare again. 40-second cooldown, I believe, so you can usually use it once per engagement. And that is such an awesome debuff, forcing off Nurland's units, or at least helping to. 321, 350. Here comes that Plague Chaplain, level 5 now. Moving in with Havocs of his own, and some Chaos Space Marines also getting on their way to level 4. This Chimera is still alive for NoisyElmo. He's done really well with their Ogrins on the field. Here they are going after that Dreadnought. They are a heavy melee squad, so they will rip apart anything if they get their hands on it. Some decent mobility as well with their Use Your Red. What is that? That's Malignant Blindness from one of the Chaos Lord's global bars, reducing all enemy sight radius to almost nothing. 297, 350. Really nice global, I think, actually. Always very much annoyed by it when it's used on me. Blood Maul is up for Osinski's Chaos Lord, switching from that Combi Flamer. Also has the Demonic Visage. 287, 350. Autocannon up here for Adila, supporting mid. Down goes the Chimera finally. But is the Dreadnought going to get away? Let the Galaxy Burn on all of this stuff. Chaos Lord levels to 4. So he's starting to get on his way, starting to get very, very dangerous. Guardsman forced off. That was a sync kill, which was advantageous for them. Or was that just a special attack? It seemed to kill a bunch of stuff there. Don't think he's going to finish them off though. Ogrins moving really far in to enemy territory. These guys are super heavy infantry, so they are pretty damn tough. 1800 or something hit points when they have their bonehead leader, but those Marco Zinch guys doing a lot of damage to them. Chaos Lord of Nurland went down. Is keeping the pressure up here though, and that power has been completely wiped. Caeltos has a Chaos Predator, but look at this from Adila, a Bane Blade on the field. Wow. NoisyElmo lost a lot of stuff. He's got double Ogrins on the way, and Kasrkins are on the field for Ace with no weapon upgrade yet. Their Hellguns are really good though. Chaos Terminators for Nurland, taking tons of damage, having to teleport out, and Judgment is up on them. They do have their autocannon up already. Bane Blade pushing. Can they deal with this thing at all? Didn't see it in the second game. We did see it in the first game, though I didn't pay attention to what it did. 235, 350. Are they going to struggle to deal with this thing? Chaos Predators are just going to get eaten up, I think. This thing has Markov Khorne. Plague Marines don't tend to do enough DPS by themselves. They do have the autocannon Terminators though also. They need some las cannons, I think. Kasrkins moving up. Double Ogrins from NoisyElmo. When was the last time you saw this? And he has... They still have the Vox Operator? No, he doesn't. He's lost all of his retinue members. That is painful. Only has his default Stormtroopers there. Way back in Retribution, you used to see double Ogrins supported by Vox Operator. You used to see Edger run that a few times. 208, 350. Baneblade prowling in the middle. Needs some repair support. Might see a repair bunker in the mid somewhere to support that thing. This heavy turret is still here, still hitting the tank traps over and over again as well. Oh, there we go, we got a shot off. Chaos Predator moving in. Pretty dangerous spot for it to be, I think. There's a heavy turret and those double Ogrins. Look at the damage that turret does. That was a front armor hit on that Predator. 190, 350. One of the Ogren squads forced off. Sergeant retinue member is now up, so they can be supported with medical packs at least. It's going to be a big engagement, I think, if red team move in here. Are they going to, though? There's an Imperial Abyss. I'm not sure who by. I think Osinski, going by the lack of red that he has. I'm not sure. That was a pretty nice one too. NoisyElmo very lucky to get away with this Ogren squad. 14 hit points on them. That was incredibly lucky. 169, 350. Nicely placed nuke. Nurland going after blue team's natural VP, I think, but he's been caught by the Commissar Lord, who's doing a lot of damage with that power sword of his. Stubbornness also. Those guardsmen doing some executions from the Commissars to break their suppression. Lehman Russ with that executioner cannon, rapid firing plasma cannon, and will do a lot of damage to these Chaos Space Marines and Heretics. Look at the damage. Ouch. Such an awesome battle tank, the Lehman Russ. 147, 350. Plague Marine get a shot in. Here come those Chaos Terminators with that autocannon. Good damage to all targets, small area of effect. Such an awesome Terminator weapon. And the Commissar Lord gets absolutely disintegrated there, but does survive. Got that stubbornness heal off, put his shield up, and gets away somehow. Land Raider Phobos from Caeltos. He's going to try and go toe-to-toe with that Baneblade, I suppose, alongside the Predator tank and these allied Plague Marines and stuff. Phobos with las cannons on the side sponsons. Very, very effective versus large targets, but doesn't quite have the hit points to trade shots with the Baneblade and survive. Just 8, a Mega Battle Cannon shot and the Demolition Cannon shot there. And has already lost about a fifth of his hit points. Baneblade is hunting it down. Adila also can put some pressure on it with the Inferno Pistol, has Excruciators as well, which are awesome. And the Mandate. Let's look at the west side. NoisyElmo's taking it back. Ogren's losing a model. Couldn't quite get another one there. The Chaos Lord is now level 6 here for Osinski. Lord General has repurchased his Vox Operator there. And we have another Land Raider Phobos from Nurland. Double Phobos should be enough, surely, to take down this Baneblade. Look how much damage Caeltos has taken though. Judgment is up on it also. This Baneblade is just kicking some serious ass. They just cannot push against it with this support. Look how many guardsmen there are as well to repair it if needed. This Predator tank getting repairs. Not sure who from. Oh, the Heretics. Some Chaos Terminators also for Caeltos. Might see more autocannon, I suppose, unless he wants claws to wipe out these double Ogrens. But I would think that's more Osinski's problem, who has a Phobos of his own. We have triple Land Raider Phobos. A huge risk, I think, against the Baneblade and possible Manticores. In fact, Adila does have a Manticore. Are we going to see some Melter Gun Kasrkin? Oh, we do see some Melter Gun Kasrkin from Ace. To see how these guys do. Not seen them very often, and they only get 2 Melter Guns in the squad, which can screw them with range and stuff. And might not be as much DPS as Stormtroopers with Melters, but we'll see how they do. They do have that passive snare with the weapon expertise. That was a nasty rocket run from, I think, Adila. NoisyElmo can drop a rocket run of his own if he gets to tier 3. 81, 350. Adila's Inquisitor went down though, delivering that rocket run, and the Lord General can't revive her. Now it's kicking off mid. Baneblade is going after that Phobos hard. Predator tank on Phobos on this side as well, and there it is, getting shut down by that Basilisk Flare. And there's a Manticore. That's going to hit all 4 rockets, I think. Or is that still the Flare? Still the Flare injured. Has the Manticore fired yet? Where is it? Hanging out over here. And NoisyElmo has a Manticore of his own on the way. Ace of Swords with a las cannon later. 358, 350. 2-ton cap for the red team. I think Chaos could do with some late havocs as well. Some las cannons of their own. Whoa, Manticore takes down that Phobos. Painful stuff. His Chaos Terminator is teleporting out. Neiman Russ is there also. Bane Bay just tanking everything. Las Cannon getting shots on this Phobos. Look how much damage this guy's taken as well. 37, 350 Las Cannon forced off. It is kind of like the most glass cannon of the super units, just 2,000 hit points on something that is very, very slow and will take full accuracy hits from everything. Chaos Terminator is forcing melee combat on these Stormtroopers. You get away with a Medipack heal. Chaos still have the west side though. Can they take their natural back for a 2-1? 26, 350. Imperial Guard running out of VPs. This Bane Blade has been epically good. Needs repairs though. Where is the repair bunker? Seeing Noxious Cloud there wiping some infantry, and here's a bunker just as I say that. Behind that line of sight blocker, a good place to put it. And surely that's going to be a repair bunker. Red team taking a natural back. Look at this. Ogryns though, capping the west side. Can these guys get a shot off quickly enough to disrupt them? No, they can't. It's decapped. And they misfire for some reason. 23, 350. And are forced off. Very unfortunate for Osinski. Those guys did not fire for some reason. His Phobos coming back to the west side. There's the Plague Champion who can support with repairs. He's level 7. Armor of Pestilence is up. Will help him cap points to prevent weapon knockback. His Terminators also have an autocannon. Nurlands are also still kicking just about, with one model need to get back. They're protecting their power, but they're just unable to push against the Bane Blade. Even with all this stuff that they have, Plague Marines, autocannon, the Phobos, Bane Blade just tanks everything and kills stuff as well. Red team are going to take the west back though quite easily. Caeltos has lost his Predator tank. He has level 4 Chaos Space Marines, level 3 Heretics, and those Chaos Terminators. Has a lot of resources, so we'll see what he goes for. Autocannon getting shots. Level 3 autocannon from Adila. A nice Hell Fury as well. Almost wiping these Heretics here for Caeltos. Doesn't want to lose those guys. There's a Manticore. A double Manticore is going to wipe out those Terminators. Ouch. I'm not sure if Caeltos just wasn't paying attention or thought they could tank that damage, but they go down. That was nasty. Have the lowest health pool out of all the Terminator variants in the game when they have their ranged weapon. Commissar Lord's gone down. Nurland, is he going to push against the VP? Bane Blade is now going west. This is the time for him to push. 23, 329. Blue team, I think, are going to take back the west side. There's a Nurgle Shrine though. And a turret is being purchased, or rather built, by the Plague Champion there. That might be a las cannon turret. Those things are awesome. Taking big shots though from the heavy turret. Look at the range this thing has. That is crazy. 23, 329. Another very painful Manticore. Wow, the Manticore's really coming into play now. Caeltos just lost almost his entire army because of that Manticore. 23, 329. Has a late game Blood Crusher here. Not sure what this guy's going to do. Phobos of Osinski still around, lost a lot of health, and the Bane Blade is hunting it down here. Two to uncap for the Imperial Guard. There are 3 Manticores on the field and they're making a huge difference right now. Chaos Space Marine is forcing melee combat on the Bane Blade. More to avoid its guns rather than doing damage, I think. 23. 324. The Bane Blade is taking a lot of damage from this Phobos. Phobos being repaired by the Plague Champion, and there's some nice Khorne worship support. That's a Manticore strike trying to hit those Chaos Space Marines, but they were wise to it. Double heavy turrets here. This is going to be nasty for that Phobos. 23, 324, and Nurland bringing his over. They've stolen the bunker, but Adila takes back their VP. Manticore going off again. There's an Imperial Abyss. Down goes the Phobos. That Manticore is so awesome against Land Raiders. 23-314. The nuke didn't seem to do a whole lot. I assume that was from Nurland trying to save his Land Raider. 23-308. Imperial Guard still holding on with 2-1 cap. Something just died. Was it Havoc's in? Oh, it was Marco's CSM, I think. From Caeltos, I think. He has double blood crushers. 23-296. The Imperial Guard really going back into this game with their heavy hitting armor. Leman Russ is all over the place. Manticore is doing huge amounts of damage, and this Baneblade has been epic from Adila. Came out at just the right time to change the game. Manticore strike on the Phobos. That's going to finish it off. And killed a bunch of heretics as well. Ouch. 23-280. Just Space Marine is level 4 and level 4 for Osinski. Caeltos now has no units. Lost his double blood crushers somewhere. What's he going to do? I don't think there's much point getting another Phobos. Great Unclean One just gets shot to bits, I think. With these guys as well with their melter. Creeping barrage from NoisyElmo. And there's a Manticore strike on these Terminators, which have been snared by something, I'm not sure what. Don't see any visual effect there. Could be her Excruciators, most likely was. And since Terminators can't retreat out of stuff like that, it's very painful for them when you combine that with a Manticore strike. 23-259. Commissar level 7 for Ace, doing huge amounts of work with this Fist of Grockus now. Going to be forced off there. Can the Terminators finish him off? They cannot. Leman Russ coming over with the Executioner and another with a Vanquisher. Level 3 and level 4 Leman Russes from Ace. Wow. Surely another repair bunker to support these things. Blue team have sewn up the west side. Double Manticores over here for Adila. One of the heavy turrets has gone down, but one of them is still here. The Baneblade is there. There's 2 bunkers here. No, that's a garrison intrid. This is the bunker. I was going to say, 2 bunkers. Manticores are backed off a bit. Blake Champion level 8 from Caeltos. He just Bilious discharged himself. 23-239. Blake Champion going a bit mental. Still has no units. Not sure what he's waiting for. What can you get in this situation? He can only get 1 Plague Marine squad, which is not going to do a whole lot. 23-228. Lascannon getting shots from Osinski. strikes very well with the demonic armor from the Chaos Sorcerer. Did very well to negate a lot of the damage with that. Leman Russ from Ace of Swords backing away from Nurland stuff, who's pushing forward with Corn Worship. Well, here's a bunch of Manticore strikes coming in. And that's a Basilisk Flare also in there. Phobos hanging back for now. He might want to take it to the west side to push. And this is the final throw the dice. Caeltos using the Plague Fist to try and cap with the Pestilent Strike. Las Cannons are getting shots in. Great and Clean One smacking on the Bane Blade. But there's a repair bunker there and there's a rocket run. Ouch. 23-129. Imperial Guard are dug in and are holding on to the west. It's decapped though. Both the commanders trying to cap it there. Down goes one of Leman Russ's. These Las Cannons doing well. There's a Noxious Cloud as well, just to try and keep stuff off the VP. The Plague Champion is going to die. Chaos Lord is also going to die. He was getting his Dark Halo to try and tank some damage, but got it too late. And now the Inquisitor trying to cap this side, and they've lost their natural, but they are taking it back. Down goes the Great and Clean One also. Let's see how much damage this explosion does to the Bane Blade. There's an Imperial Abyss on the contested VP. Explosion goes off. The Inquisitor forced off by the nuke. Las Cannons still getting shots in, but there's a Manticore Strike again. 23-112. The Masters of Defense Imperial Guard holding on strong. Osinski can't do a whole lot now against all of this armor. Those Marco Zinch CSM aren't going to do anything, and there is the concede from Chaos. Imperial Guard take the series 3-0. Who was expecting that? Just some really solid Imperial Guard play. Steadied themselves in tier 1 and tier 2, and then got a whole bunch of armor out and just overwhelmed Chaos with it. Those Phoboses were a mistake, I think, and well, I'm not sure what they could do against all of these Leman Russes and stuff with that repair support. It's very, very difficult to deal with in a 3v3 situation with Manticores flying in every 45 seconds or so. More Las Cannons earlier, maybe. Easier to say, but it's hard to make them work when you have a Bane Blade around which can just demolish a cannon them in the face. But there you have it. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Thanks for watching, thanks to all the players for taking part, and I will see you next time.